He's the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she preyed on him? You think she preyed on his his vulnerability and his, I guess, his mental state?
As an outsider, it looks like it, right?
Mm,
Because at the end of the day, I can't speak on their actual, like, I wasn't there,
mm,
but it sucks because it's like he was on such a down part of his life. And like he spoke about her, like, even after those moments, in like high regards of helping him and like aiding him. So it's really hard. It's like a therapist and a patient. A therapist cannot sleep with their patient. They can't get into a relationship with their patient. They can't do anything.
mm.
Granted, she's not a therapist, but if you're at a low point and you're looking to somebody to
How
lean on,
convenient, right? How convenient she's not
yeah,
there.
exactly. But like if you're looking for somebody to lean on in your low moments and you're also sleeping with them, it's you know what to say. You know they're low, they're vulnerable. It's not the
Yeah.
same as putting a pill in a drink, but it's like you know what this if someone's coming to you being like I feel alone and I have nobody and I need someone to touch me, or like I'm feeling so like afraid because no one loves me. You could just easily talk to them and just be like, "Hey, I love you." Because you know that they're craving that and they're needing that. I don't know. Is that
No,
me
no,
thinking
no.
too deep?
I know I get what you're saying. No, no, it's not too deep.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, when you praying on somebody, those are things you could pray on. I made that
Yeah.
face because
Yeah.
I'm halfway feeling like, okay, she might have saw an easy lick. Yo, young dude, he can
Yeah.
probably fuck me right. Will's getting older.
Yeah.
He gonna throw his back
Yeah.
out. But I'm not so sure that she had to do much persuasion with August, is what I'm saying. I think if August was in his best mental state and Jada was like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you trying to do? He would have did it anyway.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to believe that this was all she massaged his ego and his, but like she had to do a bunch of manipulation to get August in. I
Yeah.
personally feel like this is what happened. I feel like Jada Pinkett is a beautiful woman. I
Mm-hmm.
think August, like most men in the world, would be attracted to Jada. I think Jada was whatever her problems was when we'll never know the intricacies of that. They were having their own
Yeah.
thing going on. Whether they were together or separated, we'll never know. And I think Jada offered it up on a platter, and
Yeah.
August he was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now I think what he did was what happens to a lot of dudes and women sometimes. It goes both ways, which is why it's hard for me to say this was a big Jada preyed on this young man's life. Like I know, I think
Yeah.
he might have just got in a relationship. He thought it was more than what it was. And when Jada was like, yeah, I still got a family. And you know what?
Yeah.
This was fun, but I'm going back home. I
Mm-hmm.
think he just could. He thought it was more than what it was, and I think that's when he broke down. And the reason that I put it in them words because I feel like that happens all the time. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of times, sometimes people think they're in something and they think it's more than what it is, men and women
Yeah.
included. And sometimes you gotta face the hard truth that it's not, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not what you thought, and you gotta pack your bags. She's going home.
Yeah.
She got a husband.
Yeah. Because it doesn't matter how they feel like when you guys are together. Like some people can compartmentalize that, right? And then just be like, when I'm with you, I'm 100 and I love you and all this stuff. But like in the back of my mind, this is temporary. My home
Yeah,
is back home. So what I'm doing to you now, I'm doing more to my husband at home. Versus to him, he's just seeing what's getting done to him right now. So he's thinking this is it.
exactly.
Like it's just a toxic s like I think that if he wasn't going through such of a dark time, that narrative wouldn't fall on her, right? To be like, oh, she's preying on him because of the age or whatever. It's
Mm.
just that we know the history of what he was going through at that time. It just doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I will admit the optics do. If you want to fall on that end of August being a total victim, it can look
Yeah.
that way. I think Jada shit was just hitting.
Yeah.
I think he thought he was in. He's like, this is gonna be me. This is me for the rest of my life. Like I got access to this. I'm never getting out. And
Yeah.
I think Jada just hit him with hey man, I got a family. Like
Yeah.
you fun. But
Yeah.
I'm not giving up. And I think the reason what makes me I compare it to like when women have career choices or guys have career choices or guys is you dealing with somebody fresh out of a relationship, girl and guy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you think that person's gonna give up whatever it is to be with you, and
Mm-hmm.
you get that hard truth. It don't always
It's
hit right.
not.
You
Yeah.
be like, wait, you still moving to Chicago? I thought,
But I'm here.
yeah, you can take a mega bus out. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I got packed. Like you like, damn, I thought I was in love. Like
Yeah. This is the
that's what
harsh
I
reality.
that's what I
But do you think that Will's not doing the same thing?
hell
And he
yeah.
just didn't get caught? Like, to me, I'm like sitting here, I'm like, why are we so focused on Jada? Like, oh my God, Will's a simp, da da da. I'm like, this man is getting it, if not before her, during while he was doing
But
it.
this ain't Will's problem, because Will's bullshit ain't went public.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my comeback to that. Like,
Yeah.
I think Will has definitely done his dirt. It's a
Mm-hmm.
marriage, and she even alluded to that. Like, you got
Yeah.
me. She's like, you got me back. You've already. I think
Yeah.
Will's definitely got his own. I
But
mean,
he was still saying, he's like, no, I didn't. So to me, that was so awkward. Like watching them be
because it's
like,
public.
yeah.
You
And I
look.
sometimes don't feel like we're entitled to know this stuff. Like we're not owed this.
What do women say sometimes? Like, I'll say something. If I say all women will be like, we don't think this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say all. What do women
Yeah.
say? What's that phrase they say? Do what you do whatever you gonna do, but don't embarrass me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't embarrass me in public, make me look stupid, right?
Yeah.
I think that's Will Smith just taking, like, he's the woman in this situation. I think he's just like, no, I had to, like, I think he meant that. First of all, I've
Yeah.
done the fuck you laugh 100 times in my life.
Yeah.
I know a fuck you laugh when I see it. That laugh was, I'm gonna get you back, bitch. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm laughing for the cameras, but you gonna feel this. I think it was just that concept. I think Will's just like, yeah, I did whatever, but I ain't never embarrass you. Like,
Yeah.
you ain't never heard Maggie Robick on an interview talking about she loved her nights with me.
Okay, but she was talking about, look at these flowers. I was so homesick, and Will bought me flowers. I was like, oh,
hey,
I was like, you lucky. We just weren't looking back then, you know?
It's a lot different if August said Jada had bought him flowers at interview instead of him saying Jada's in a relationship.
Yeah.
This blew up because of that, right?
Yeah, I agree. But I think it's also, in the moment, it's two different angers, right? You can be angry about a situation, but you're also angry because you made it public, right? Yeah. So it's like, they already said they already handled it. They was like, this is so, like, they were laughing, like, it's so long. This is like 4 years ago. We're so over it. But now it's just anger because it's like, it's resurfaced. Yeah. So now everyone is going to forever know.
Which we all can relate to. It's one in my business between me and you and anybody else, that's our business, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not talking relationship. I'm just talking about personal business, right? Mm-hmm. We had a business deal between me and you, and maybe I took less money than everybody else, right? I wouldn't care. Yeah. It gets public. Oh, he took a lesser deal for the show they did. They must not value him. Well, now it starts creeping in my head that, am I value? You know, you start hoping things that you didn't care about, because now the public, everybody's got to say in your
their
shit.
Opinions are like in your ear.
And plus, just the simple fact that, you know, who wants everybody in their business?